Hi everyone, welcome to another video by Optionables. My name is Saket, and in this video we are going to discuss about the trade report as to what exactly happened to the markets today, what we can expect from the markets tomorrow as well as for the coming week, and also we are going to discuss about what trades did we exactly take. There is one more announcement as well. So today we will be starting off with the community trade because if you see this, today the VIX is down by almost 8% and it is below 17, which means the volatility is slowly coming down. This means that we can also take some community trades because if the VIX is falling, there are two things. One, volatility in the market will be low, and then it also means that the uncertainty is much lesser. So for both the reasons, the VIX will be low and hence we can take some community trade. We'll discuss certain ideas and we'll try to see what exactly we can end up taking tomorrow. So now coming to what exactly happened to the markets today. So as discussed, we were expecting some sort of a support at 17,200 and Nifty did hold 17,200 as we can see. So there was couple of times it actually tested 17,200, but in the end it held 17,200. And we had also discussed that we see some resistance at 17,400 on the higher side. Market did open higher, but there was continuous selling up till almost 10:30-11 before the market could even stabilize. After that, the markets never crossed 300 at all, so it was only one way down. But around 200-250 range, market did consolidate for a long while. So now when we come to Bank Nifty, so Bank Nifty, it was pretty bearish today. Yesterday Bank Nifty was relatively stronger compared to Nifty, but today it was extremely bearish. From the point go till the end, we saw some continuous sell-off. Every rise was sold into, and Bank Nifty finally did manage to end above 36,500. So 36,500 was a very strong support and it did manage to end above 36,500. So now if we come to the gainers as well as losers, so today you saw that there were somewhere close to 28 out of 50 gainers as well as 22 decline. And if we look at the overall picture again, here again we can see that today IT did outperform because in the top gainers you see HCL Tech, Infosys as well as Wipro. So as we all know, Infosys alone has a weight of close to 8% in the index, and it rallying close to 2.5% is a pretty positive for the index. And even the other heavyweight, that is Reliance, which has around 12-13%. So even that was one of the top gainers with 1.27%. And the other one being HDFC Bank, there we really didn't see any big down move. So no wonder Nifty stayed positive. But banking stocks, there was some sell-off. ICICI Bank, IndusInd Bank, SBI. So all of them were in top losers as expected because Bank Nifty was quite down. Again today, it was most likely stock specific moves, but we did see IT as well as oil and gas do comparatively better than other sectors. So all other sectors were completely down. So when I come to FII DII data, again today FIIs turned out to be net sellers. So this month they have sold close to 24,000 crores already. So from almost past 2-3 months, they have been continuously selling. And this month, there has not been a single day where they have purchased. But we saw some good buy figure from DII, somewhere around 1,500 crores, which was little more than FIIs. And obviously, even retail participation would be there. All put together, the markets did go up end of the day. So now coming to what we can expect from the market tomorrow. And then we will also be discussing certain community trades. So for today, we can't rely much on open interest. That is because most of the people will be taking fresh positions tomorrow. And that's when we'll have a clearer picture using open interest. As of now, looking at charts of both Nifty and Bank Nifty. So again, for the short period, 17,200 acts to be a very strong support. And we also have 17,000 after that, which will tend to be a very strong support for this particular week. That is 17,200 as well as 17,000. Whereas on the upper side, we have 17,400 as well as 17,600. So these two levels will again act as a very strong resistance. So especially 17,600, if that is taken out, then we can expect some sort of an up move to continue, because when I zoom out and show you on an hourly basis, you see that 17,600 is acting as a very strong resistance. So again, why 17,600 is so important? So it had actually found support couple of times during October, but later finally in November it broke down, and now this level will turn out to be a very strong resistance as well. So we have already seen market trying to cross 17,600 quite a couple of times, but all the time it was unable to cross, and hence this is going to act as a very strong resistance zone for the market. When we come to Bank Nifty also, so we see something similar here. Initially, we find 36,000 to be a very strong support, followed by 35,500, and the market has held 35,500 for lot of times in the recent past. So we can see here 36,000 is the first initial support, and followed by 35,500, which will act as a very strong support for Bank Nifty. So if you ask me, I do expect market to hold 35,500 and not break below this, and we can maybe continue an up move from here. And coming to the higher side, there is immediate resistance at 37,200 followed by 38,000. So if 38,000 is broken on the higher side, then we can expect a continuation of up move in Bank Nifty. So these are the crucial levels what we can watch out for coming week. So before we move on to the community trade, I will also discuss what exactly happened to our trade. So today we ended with a net gain of 5.2 lakh. As you all know, we had a 37,000 short straddle as well as 17,300 short straddle. So right after the market opened with a gap up today, so it was exactly where we wanted it to be, and we could exit with a pretty good profit. In the morning itself, we had booked somewhere close to 4.5 lakh. But what was really disappointing today was we couldn't convert this into a big day. So morning itself, somewhere around 10 o'clock, we had a profit of close to 4.5 to 4.75 lakh. And we just managed to end just around 25-30,000 higher from there. So the reason to this is I had booked everything. Towards the end, I ended up doing 17,250 short straddle, and my idea was pretty simple. As long as the markets held 17,200, I wouldn't be squaring off my 17,250 short straddles. So as long as it held 17,200 as well as 17,300. So until this level was held, I thought I'll hold the short straddles. Unfortunately for me, once market actually breached 17,200, I just squared off my short straddle because I was no longer willing to hold it. And that turned out to be a pretty bad decision because markets end of the day closed exactly at 17,248. And as you can see here, I had sold both at 24 as well as 23, and I squared off at 38 as well as 9. So unfortunately, both of them ended at almost zero. So it was very unfortunate that we couldn't make the best use of it. But end of the day, both of them ended at zero. Similar thing happened with Bank Nifty as well. So after booking the trade in the morning, we had taken a new short straddle in the afternoon around 1 o'clock. So that is at 36,600. So once the market broke 36,500 on the downside, I assumed, okay, we might see some further downside from here. But unfortunately for us, the market bounced back and we had squared off at a loss. So the same day where two trades we could have been an excellent one, turned out to be pretty bad because we gave in a hurry. So we didn't wait to see whether the market will bounce back or not. The idea behind this was we already had some good profits and we didn't want to lose that. Hence we thought even if we don't make much, it's fine. We can just end up protecting our profits. So with that, we still have around 3.5 lakh left out of the total 16 lakh which we had lost during this quarter. So hopefully we should be recovering that by this weekend. So now coming to community trade. So we already discussed what levels we expect in Bank Nifty. So tomorrow we'll be doing two things. So the thing is, if you look at the current premium, it is suggesting somewhere close to 800 points. So that is a fairly good premium. So now on the downside, I am expecting 36,000 to be held. And on the upside, I am expecting that markets might not cross 37,500. There is some initial resistance at 37,200, but I'm still expecting markets not to cross 37,500. So considering both, and that we have close to 800 points premium both put together, so we might end up doing a 36,700 short straddle. So when I end up doing 36,700 short straddle, we do see that our break even comes at 35,912 as well as 37,487. So this is the break even what we will be getting. This should be good for us to wait and watch if the market holds this level, because the VIX is also coming down, which means the volatility is going to reduce sooner or later. So this is the idea for tomorrow, and I'll exactly be telling what trade we'll be taking. In case if the market opens gap down, maybe say around 200-300 points, then we can directly go for 36,500 short straddle itself. But in case if the market is opening flat or a gap up, we can go ahead with either 36,700 or 36,800 short straddle. So we'll decide upon this once the market opens and based on how the market moves, because right now there is some good amount of call writing at 37,000 and good amount of put writing at 36,500. And when we look at the overall open interest, there is fairly more amount of calls compared to puts. So this is almost close to 2 times amount of calls compared to puts. And tomorrow the OI action is going to be very important for us to see whether people will start writing some more puts or whether the call writers are going to dominate again. So that is going to act as a very crucial piece of information for us to take the trade. And I would request you to do this only on your virtual trading platform and not to use real money, because this is only for educational purpose itself. So we will be taking live trade with a capital of 25 lakh. So you can test it out on your virtual trade only. So do not try it out on real trade. So let's see how it goes, and I'll be catching you soon in tomorrow's video. And I hope that you guys have liked today's video. If so, please do hit the like button, share this video as well as subscribe to Optionables. Thank you so much for joining.